The following video is sure to run very long. So, okay, thanks for visiting. So, if there's a specific modification you'd like to see, use the bar down below to fast forward to that part of the video. And any teardowns or videos I use to help guide me through this process will be put in the description below. Jump! What's up, everybody? My name's Chad. Welcome to my Can-Am video. First video for the Can-Am 2020 Ryker Rally. This is going to be like a little customization video. We're gonna change up the paint here. All the silver stuff's gonna get kind of painted, and then we're gonna do some headlight stuff. But real quick, I just wanted to talk about why are we doing a Can-Am 2020 Ryker Rally? Because I want to. But for realsies, I feel like the Can-Ams get a bad rap. They're kind of portrayed as motorcycles for people who don't want to ride motorcycles. I have motorcycles, have had many motorcycles, and there's some things that I like about the Can-Am. I'm not like super in like love with it, but I look at them and I go like, I kind of like this stripped down, sporty look. And I feel like if I'm going to do some painting and put a new exhaust on it, I can make this kind of in a more aggressive feeling, fun thing. And the best part about what attracts me to the Can-Am is that it's really easy for me to let my friends ride it. I don't have to teach them how to use a clutch, or they don't have to worry about balancing on a motorcycle. This one comes with a kiddo seat or a girlfriend seat or a boyfriend seat on the back, and so I can take my friends, we can meet at a parking lot, and I can let them let loose, take their kids for a ride, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. So that's the reason why. But let's get into what we're gonna do to this Can-Am Ryker Rally 2020. It's such a mouthful. All right, so we got silver, 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 white, silver. I don't like that look just in general, so that's gotta change. And I definitely hate the white the most. But we're gonna try to do like a red on red camo. I'm gonna start with this piece right here just to kind of see how I feel about the whole thing. With that red on red camo, and see if I like that. But also, we're going to be aggressifying these headlights, and I have some new headlights that come in that'll kind of incorporate. It's supposed to incorporate the blinker, give it like this kind of like eyelid, kind of a different arched look to it. I don't know. Words are words. All right, I'm about to start the painting process, and the very first piece I'm going to paint is this right here. Is sort of a proof of concept of the the red on red on red on red digital camo that I want to try. So to pop this off, you need T20 and some willpower. So willpower was not wrong, and this was not working. I couldn't get them to come off, and I found that these nuts on the back are not being held back by like the wall. They're just free spinning in there. So I'm gonna grab some pliers, take them off. But just in case that happens to you, where you feel like you're turning and turning and turning and turning, stop. Just remove the hood and reset these nuts. And some dirt we'll have to clean. So my first attempt at painting this was a complete failure. The paint just like instantly became water on the surface, which I had used a scuff pad to scuff it up, but that wasn't enough. So I went to an actual sandpaper, and originally I was just going to do like a streak of black where I wanted to put a stencil down to make it say Ryker Rally. But now I think I'm going to just try to get a base layer like primer black down. Alright, so doing our painting on the skid plate and our side silvers, I felt like it was important to stop and let you know that in order to get this off, you're going to have to take the whole thing off. In order to get that off, you got to take that whole thing off. I was really hoping, since they got the screws up front, you could just pop them out. You know, the nuts on the back are bracketed like it's supposed to be able to do that, but at least on mine it's not that easy, so we're going to take that whole thing off to get access to those, because I'm committed now at this point. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so after sanding, it came out a lot better. We got the bolts blacker. So now I'm going to do my first layer for the red on red camo. And I'm going to use matte fire red. And on my test pattern stuff for matte fire red, you can see it's this lighter color right here, this kind of oranger one. That's my matte fire red. Because it sticks out the most, I'm probably going to use the least of it. So we're going to try to just do, you know, a little bit. And now I have my Acid Tactical digital first layer vinyl sticker to apply. So I can already tell I'm not going to be happy. With digital, you really got to have a lot of like density. And it's been a long time since I've done digital. And I definitely just don't have enough black in the first color. I might have a way to fix it after, but if I were to fix it now, I'd have to do all black, fill in a couple of things, and then do all red again. And that's, I think, just too many layers of paint. So thank you. All right, so lessons learned. I wish I would have increased the density quite a bit. You know, maybe I shouldn't have started with, you know, the piece that goes right in the middle. I probably could have started with that under piece, learned my lessons, and then had something truly breathtaking. But overall, I'm not unhappy with it. We're going to hit it with some gloss clear coat, and then that wraps this piece up. So I'm in the middle of painting. I got this thing going on. I'm about to peel back the stencil layers there. I got some bolts that, you know, mount this and mount those, and, you know, I painted those black. And then I was kind of looking at this over here, and I noticed this kind of like this line, and I thought, well, that would look good, because then you've got that, it's all black, and maybe I would do that in red or like a shiny or black or something like that to kind of aggressify it. I'm kind of on the fence about doing like another bold red or something like a bolder black, like kind of get in there. I don't really know, but what I can tell you is that, so I prepped, you know, I sanded these a little bit, try to make the paint adhere a little bit better. This is going to blow up in my face, I guarantee it. I'm going to end up painting and like getting a little bit of paint on something I didn't intend to get a little bit of paint on, and then I'm going to end up pissed off, and it's not going to look the way I want it to look, and that's just my prediction. It's not going to go according to plan. Well, it doesn't look bad from a distance, but this is the best side right here, and this took me for fucking ever to condition. And then you can see right here kind of what I'm dealing with. And I talked to some people, got some good tips, but honestly, I think I'm just going to put red vinyl right there. And then, you know, if that comes up, then one day I'll just finish it, but not today. Paint video part. Just wanted to show you guys, you know, I've turned that thing red, you know, as opposed to the white. Now that's red, and we're going to start layering on our stenciling. But also, I recently decided I'm gonna wrap this thing. I found this color online on Amazon. It's called Demon Black, and it's like a black and red shift, and that's the matte finish, which I'm going to be using most of. I also got this in gloss finish, and maybe I'll accent some gloss finish stuff around, but we get back to painting that real quick. I was kind of hoping it would be easier to do like the bigger stuff, because you can just use the biggest stickers, but it's It's actually way more annoying. Yeah, it's kind of exhausting. So for some reason, the first coat of clear coat I put on this sort of brought out all these. It's kind of hard to see on here. Here's a kind of a rougher area. Sort of brought out all of these cracks. In the first layer, it was rough kind of everywhere. I did a second layer, and somehow magically that kind of minimized it, but there's still a little bit of this like spider webbing chemical reaction didn't take effect. All right, let's hit up the other side. All right, so I'm done with all of my painting of these, and overall, I know it shows up kind of orange on the video. It's definitely more red, but I'm pretty happy with it. This piece right here, I definitely should have just done more black. I was kind of afraid that, like, with the black lettering and stuff, that there'd be too much black. That's obviously not the case, and that's the centerpiece. I could hand draw some more of these. Like that one right there is hand drawn. It's not part of the stenciling, but I don't know. I think I'm good with it. Just gonna have to see what it looks like when it's all put back on. Which, for the painting portion, there's gonna be some more vinyl portions, but I want to do a before and after right here. So then I'll do that like snap my fingers thing, and then ta-ta. So I'm making a pizza bagel. Check it out. It's like a bagel bite, but like bigger. Yeah, so the vinyl thing, I tried to do it. I fucking suck at it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I reached out to a vinyl place. Maybe have them do it because I ordered all the vinyl and knifeless tape already. But, yeah, I just decided I don't really care. So, I'd rather just be done. I'm actually, like, I'm done now. Everything else, you know, it's just, I'm just going to put it back together, and then this is basically the end of all the videoing I have to do. I'm going to celebrate with this pizza bagel. And there she is, all put back together with the custom painted pieces. You know, overall we painted, obviously, all of this white to red. I did the interior of the rims as part of, like, rust prevention and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that is the painting portion done. Go to the end for the final big reveal, super cool part. But that's it for painting. So first upgrades first, or in this case, first upgrade halfway through almost every single other upgrade, because there was a shipping delay on getting my new headlights. But this is the upgrade that started it all. By the way, here's the headlights. Finally got them from Sling Mods. Link in the description below. And this is really what kind of started it all for me, because when I was trying to decide if I really wanted a Can-Am Ryker and to get into doing some customizations, one of the very first things I saw was I want to redo the headlights into something that kind of has a more aggressive feel. And I think you'll see with the new headlights that there's kind of this angle to them that gives them the old mean eyes headlight look, plus their LED safer, and you know, all that jazz. By the way, these headlights are from Sling Mods. They do a much better job describing how to install them, so this will not be an installation video. That link will be in the description, as well as just the link to the product itself. But basically, new LED headlights, they incorporate with the blinker. I'm going to show you what the old ones looked like right now. All right, see, I'm already cutting back in because I remembered something else I need to talk about. The headlights, they integrate with the blinker. You're going to have to heat gun, pry off this reflective thingamabob, and tap in a wiring harness that combines the whole thing together. The Sling Mods makes, it's an extra $50, which kind of sucks because I got all excited the first time, not realizing I would need it. But they have a tutorial video on how to install this as well. Links will be in the description for the breakdown and the product. This is the 2 to 1 or 1 to 2, 3 to 5, 5 to 6, green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a shit? It'll be not me explaining how to put it in. So something I just came across that's going to be a deviation from the video I'm linking on how to break these down is that my Can-Am seems to have a red cable that goes to this thingy that I don't know what the fuck any of that is. Oh, you know what? That's the electric opener thing for the Frunk is probably what that's for. But either way, it's tethered with like a more interesting style connection that I'm not going to take off. So I'm going to just kind of move it to the side back and forth. And so that's just something I encountered that was different than the video I'm currently watching to take this all apart. That was actually supposed to be hard to do. It's the only thing that they said would be hard. It's been easy. Everything they said that's been easy has been hard. Well, Well, the headlight installation was crazy easy. This two-way fender connector thing, not so much. Let me take you through some of my frustrations here. Boom, angle change. Now we got the flag of the Cerberus and the punching bag behind us. So listen, in the video I'm going to link for installation on the two-way harness, the fender light, this stupid piece of trash, the guy literally undoes the screws and just pulls it out and undoes the wire. Ha ha ha! Wouldn't that be fun? And then he puts it, he clicks the things back together, and he's like, just feed it through the hole, and he like puts it through like this hole or something, and it just like goes back in. It pulled out and it just went back in super easy. Not the case. So mine was going hella hard, and what ended up being really the problem is that the wire is routed. This is like a two-part fender where you have like these stupid clamps that like hold this thing tight onto this thing. And the wire was coming up into this channel, going down, and then coming back. So when I would pull on it, there wasn't really any slack. Like in his video, it just pulls out and he takes it. No, it just ripped that connector apart for me. I did have some slight tugging, but nothing that indicated to me that I was just yeeting off connectors. So then on the other side, same sort of thing, but it actually did come out, and then I couldn't get the cable to route, and I got angry, took a drill to the whole fender, and ended up severing all the wires. So now I'm going to fix those in a minute here with like a solder cup, or solder ferrule, they're called. Doesn't matter. Anyway, just be aware that these things do not, like, if you can take off, like, I had the wheels off, and this would have been a lot easier to do with the wheels off. Like, in the video, they do it with the wheels on. Nah. Wheels off would have been the way to go when I had them off. And then if you can manage to separate this two-part fender without destroying the clamps, that's the way to go. I just destroyed the two clamps because I don't give a shit. Like, fuck it at this point. I just need to fix this and get this thing back together. I'm so fucking angry. Alright, when this fade-in happens, it's probably been, I don't know, 3 weeks since the last recording. The too long, didn't read, didn't watch version. Just destroyed stuff trying to get that to work. And then I cut into my wiring harness on this side. Had to do the same thing. Had to break that fender because I can't get those clamps. I can't get them off. There's a strategy for it. It probably works better with the tire off. I got frustrated. I ended up just deliberately snapping them to make extra room for myself. I spliced together the wiring harness back, but now everything is back together, and I'm here to present you with the results, the brand new headlights. Let's take a look. I didn't have those down yet. Let's get a look at that turn signal functionality that cost me so much extra effort. This is what I paid for. This is what it was all about right here. You know, that was the most important piece of the puzzle. Also, there's the lights. How do you like those? Is that cool? You do stuff? Look at that, huh? Alright, so skip to the end of the video to see the overall final product. Oh, I'll turn off the lights. Now you can skip to see the overall final product, you know? Can you bring me the broom, please, assistant? The broom right behind you. Can you get that for me? Okay, so you're making your way this way, but you didn't bring the broom, which is sort of what I was looking for. You know, the first thing I noticed was all the dirt, and the second thing I noticed, these don't come with a gas cap, and there's a lot of dirt in here. Let's fix that. Well, it's still filthy, but at least I cleaned up the stickers, and I got this gas cap from Sling mods. I'm not even really sure how to put it in, so I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm going to come back when I know. Okay, turns out it was literally just put it in, turn the key, pull it out. Look at that. I want some gas. Nom nom nom, give me some gas. Boom. Alright, another quick mod coming at you. This is from Sling mods, but I think it comes from Tough Skins. And this is a liner for the inside Frunky do. Obviously, your Frunk is just, you know, hard plastic in there, so we're going to follow the instructions right there, and, you know, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so the instructions on the link were actually not, like, where to put the pieces. It was incredibly unhelpful instructions. Just said a bunch of stupid shit about keeping the plastic at 70 degrees when you apply stuff. Well, guess what? It's not 70 degrees. I'm going to apply it anyway. You can't stop me. Anyway, so I just went back to Sling mods, looked at a picture of it completed, and that's what we're going to go with for instructions. Alright, so that was actually pretty easy. And there you go. That's, you know, that just adds a different texture, and I don't know. I think it actually just makes the whole thing look nicer and like a little bit higher end. Last quick mod, we've got this Frunk Organizer thingamabob. You know, it's going to go right on here, so then you got your stuff, you know, and you put your stuff there. Inside the packaging, look what we found, Andromeda. We found a little card from Show Focus, from Show Chrome, saying thank you. It was designed at Rice Lake, Wisconsin facility, and sincerely, Shannon Ashley. Is that one person? Is it two persons? Is her name Shannon, her last name Ashley? Because that's two first names for, you know, and that's bad. You don't want that. And that was as easy as peeling some tape off the back and sticking it on. It kind of sticks on like with like your 3M Commander Velcro tape sort of thing. And, you know, there you go. There's a finished Frunk for you guys on a super cool Frunky doodad. All right, so next we're going to be adding some additional lighting. Going to give it that little neon vibe, new LED underglow. There's a lot of different options available. I'm doing Sling mod headlights, and there's a few other components that I'm adding from the website Sling Mods, links in the description below. And they make their own like 3-stage LED kit. My only thing is that it's kind of expensive. It is plug and play, so it's very easy. But I found this Nineo kit, which will be in the description below. And we're gonna go with this kit. So let's do this kit. So you can see with this, you get, this is like your control module. This is gonna be your antenna, positive, negative, or live common. I don't know civilian electrical. I'm a marine electrician, so don't come to me for electrical advice. This is your remote wire that taps into the brake. So the interesting thing with this kit is that you can wire it so that when you depress the brakes, all the lights will go from whatever, like let's say I'm riding with purple, I hit the brakes, everything goes to red. That's supposed to be a safety feature, and obviously that would illuminate people that you're braking. However, I think my brake lights are fine. I don't think that they're like dull on the Can-Am Rykers. And I almost feel like your lights changing like while you're driving might even be kind of a distraction to other drivers around you. I think a lot of smart drivers would get that it's your brakes, but I think a lot of other people would just be like, oh, look at that, he's got cool lights. And I also don't want my lights kind of changing when I tap the brakes and stuff like that. So I'm not going to hook that up. I'm going to tape that off and tuck it away. I saw a lot of people mounting that guy on either the back of the battery or the back of the battery is where I mostly saw people doing it. I thought about going on the fuse box, but there really wasn't any room back there. And then I kind of thought the front area or this side area. I thought about doing the side, but then it was going to stick out. And I don't know. So I ended up finding this kind of like nook down there where I think it should be nice and safe. So then, yeah, you just put a little alcohol, clean it up, make sure there's a good sticking point. I didn't want to go with the battery just because, you know, batteries go bad, and then you got to replace it. And not that that takes a whole lot to move and then put back on the new battery. Just, you know, didn't feel like doing it. What I'm going to be doing here is I stripped back my lead quite a bit. Going to lift that, sandwich it in there, clean it up and route it, and then we'll give it a little test fire. All right, like I said, all I did was strip it back, plug it in. I put it in between the, I don't know what this even goes to, but I sandwiched it in between, and there we go. That comes on now. I am gonna go get some heat shrink and stuff from my work, and then like kind of wrap some of this stuff up a little bit cleaner. But for now, just wanted to make sure it worked. Oh, also, I really wanted to lug these and just do a lug under, and I still might. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll grab some of those too. All right, terminal lugs added. All right, added some heat shrink, and then just going to tuck that back hidden away there. Actually, I decided to put one of these in there and put it down like that. All right, so as previously stated, lugs added, you know, little wire control here, little slack here. We drilled through here and here because I wanted to keep everything kind of off the radiating heat area. Moved this up to here to connect, moved this to here to connect. And then I took this, linked it into the wireway right behind here. And then if you follow down, straight down into there, this wireway is got a little clamp thing. I just put my wire right in that clamp. Then it goes down into the next wireway, comes back up, and it's landed right here. Putting zip ties all around this stuff is a real pain in the butt. One little tip, just if you don't do it often, is to kind of like pre-fold your zip tie when going in, and then needle noses. These are actually kind of too thick for the area. Get yourself some long, thin needle noses to kind of help cinch down those zip ties. But the idea is, you know, we're gonna one right here in the middle, up top, below, and then run them back. I originally routed that way because I was thinking about putting it below first, and then for whatever reason I went up high anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't a great tutorial. It's not meant to be, just showing you what I did. Andromeda, you want to come under here and work? Hey, what's up? You gonna come under here and help me? Here, take this. I need you to pop some rivets. All right, so with everything torn apart, I'm gonna take you through. We got the neon lights done. I'm gonna take you through just the path that I used. So remember how we did all of our management stuff? I went straight down following this, went back up, hit up a light. You can actually see it right there. And then I went there, down, across, here. Then I went down. So we got a light. Ooh, they're like glowing or something. I don't know how I did that. Oh, okay, hold on. We're still figuring this out. Okay, yeah, let's just do this. So anyway, so went down, put one kind of at an angle towards the ground there. You can see right here, we kind of came up, boom, 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 boom. I still want to find a way to kind of tuck this one up and away, but it goes up into there, around. This is like the worst describing ever, but we go around, we come back, we go into there, and then we finish back down there. See how I'm just saying words that don't really describe anything? Up there, down there, all around. Here we go. You know, sorry about that. But that's the neon lights, and we will, I'm going to snap my fingers, and it's going to be put together, and then you're going to see the neon lights with everything simpatico. This is the neons with all the trim put back on. And you can kind of see it from the back. See it all around. And yeah, that's the end of that. You know, check the end of the video for the big final showcase. You know, it's not going to be that cool, but here's some colors. So this next cosmetic slash well-being check is the Can-Ams have these axle holes on the wheels, but they ain't got no axles, right? And they get pretty rusty. So we're going to be cleaning them out, painting them, and then there's a cap that I ordered that's going to go over it. And I just got this rust dissolving gel. I have some brushes here, and then I couldn't find one of these at Home Depot or Lowe's, but luckily I have a gun cleaning set that it came with. One of these for a 20 gauge shotgun, and I don't own a 20 gauge shotgun because I'm not a child, so, or don't have a kid to let him have fun with it. You know, there are guns for kids, and 20 gauge shotgun is one of them. But that's what we're using here. We're going to try to clean up this area. Now, I feel like that's a good amount of cleaning that got done there, where I could do a little wash and then paint, even with the tires on. I kind of had an idea for, like, you know, covering up this stuff and then just kind of spritzing the paint in since I'm throwing caps over it. But I am going to be taking these wheels off anyway, so we're going to do even more once the wheels come off. Better than it was. I guess we'll just start the painting stuff. Real quick rust prevention note. I found these on the back of my tires were pretty rusty.
So we went ahead and cleaned, oh god, we went ahead and cleaned up that rust. Just threw a little black paint over it to, you know, stop that shit. Let's take a look at right here. We've got the black paint now inside of there. That's actually red paint a little bit, but not rust, I promise. God, this sucks. Hold on. Okay, I think it's a little bit better with the, yes, I mean, you know, it's not perfect, but we did throw some paint in there, and then to further put some red on the caliper, and, you know, same, I mean, it looks a lot better than it did, you know, for sure. And again, what you're seeing right there is actually red paint, not rust, I promise. So we got these cap things. I don't know if I talked about, but these caps, they're like pipe caps. They're going to go right here, and that prevents water from getting in there. Part and link in the description below. And then these go on the back. And I'm going to try to put a cap in that hole, in that hole as well. But those go right over that. And, you know, they fit into this hole right here. And I'll show you. I'm about to put the tire back on and show you what it all looks like. All right, so this is the finished product. Everything's back on. This is that pipe cap. And on the other side, now there's still a hole there, and I think I'm just gonna, there are other pipe caps that I think will fit that just fine. In fact, sorry, I have a very high fever at the moment. My thoughts are not great. The link that I have for those pipe caps, I think it's just one size up, I think, would plug that just fine. But they come in packs of 10, and I only need 2. So I don't want to spend 20 bucks on it. All right, well, anyway, that's the end of, that's what I did to prevent the axle rust. Something will go there, I just don't know what yet in that gap. Thank you. All right, next quick mod, we're going to be swapping out the batteries. I'm going to be installing this Motobat AGM, which I think stands for anti-gravity material for flying spaceships and stuff. We're going to be swapping out the batteries. So the battery it came with did die in the course of a couple of weeks where I've been working on things here. And it's been cold in my garage, so it's, you know, but a lot of people online said that this battery sucks. So I figured while we're doing all this, might as well go ahead and swap it out with this. And one advantage of this one, other than I guess just overall being the more recommended, better build quality battery, is it has dual posting. So instead of having to put all my stuff on these 2 terminal posts, I get an extra one, which can kind of free up some space. So, yeah, let's swap it out. And I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning, and I'll need to kind of do a little bit of rewire managing. Alright, so I ended up keeping the exact same terminal points on the bottom. So, I mean, the 4-post thing is cool, but I guess ultimately, like, these guys weren't really going to move either way. I was just thinking about doing this, but I don't know. It was already groomed. It made a lot of sense. This thing for... I don't know what this goes to, I'll be honest. But it fits kind of in here, in between the battery and the fuse box. And then I don't know, it just makes more sense to leave it the way I had it. And then these will be freed up if I ever decide. I have thought about doing like a light bar on the grill. And a lot of them that I've seen are battery hookup, so that'll be perfect for that if I, oh, hello. How are you? If I decide to go that route later. But that's the battery. Yay! Whatcha! Another quick mod that we're going to be doing here is replacing the air filters. Now, when I got this bike, every panel that I have taken off has just been absolutely caked in dirt and dust. Take a look at that. You know, and in this video about some of the rust and stuff like that. So I'm willing to bet that those air filters need to be replaced, and everyone seems to recognize or recommend these K&N Performance Lifetime air filters. You can get a cleaning kit with them. I haven't purchased the cleaning kit yet, but I'm definitely going to be replacing and adding these in. Of course, everything I'm purchasing and doing, link in the description below. But let's take a look at those air filters. So one of these, you just twist this little knobby do, and it opens up. And yeah, kind of as I suspected, definitely can do a cleanup just of this area in general, and then toss on a new air filter. So when I took this air filter out, it was covered in spider webs, and I think that all might be spider eggs, but it could also just be pieces of this. I'm not a arachnatologist, but I have like on the back side of there's like a big egg sac that was, you know, it's like whitish yellow. It's like wrapped in their silk or whatever. I mean, the thing is like covered in spiders. Luckily, I haven't been afraid of spiders since I was 31. I'm 32 now. Well, the other air filter was a lot cleaner, but we're still going to trash it. This is an important step, I think. All right, and that's the air filters. They're, you know, in there now. New ones. Sweet. Cool. Awesome. All right, so this is the next part of my adventure. That was a horrible idea that I wish I didn't even bother starting, because right now we're doing the sanding on these shiny bits. I want to turn the shiny bits to darker, blacker bits, and you know, that's what it looked like before. And you know, honestly, this is just like way more than I thought everything was going to be, and I'm terrified. But anyway, I'm going to sand this, clean it, and then we're going to paint it. All right, I'm going to test this concept on this one right here, and yeah, I don't know. I think I bit off way more than I can chew. I really wanted to just get these professionally done, but I couldn't find a place nearby. All right, despite my best efforts, I'm still getting this kind of watery effect. I'm hoping that with multiple layers I can get rid of that, because I sanded the shit out of that as much as I felt like I could. And I don't know. I'm just not an expert in this stuff, obviously. So that's just currently where I'm at with my game plan. Alright, so honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not very good either. I think I could make it good, but just with the amount of time that taping takes and painting, I think I came up with a better idea. I ordered some vinyl, and I'm just going to wrap the shiny bits in black vinyl. Let's see how that works out. I don't know about that. I'm going to take you through all the stages of where we're at with this tire. So, you know, you remember they come, they're stock silver. This is where I was at after kind of a painting attempt, feeling like, you know, maybe a couple of coats I could iron this out. But here's where we're at with the vinyl process, okay? Now this was the first one. I just sort of did it all by hand. Then I switched over to template making, and that appears to be kind of the cleanest look. I may fill in some of these parts with little bits of black acrylic paint marker, and then I don't know how vinyl is going to hold up on
a tire and with the water and stuff. So I'm looking into something weird just happened over there. I'm looking into what can be done with maybe putting a clear coat over it, and like maybe that will hold and protect. But for now, yeah. Oh, and in case you're wondering, like, hey, kind of a unique process. So this is kind of the general outline. I'm just cutting them, putting them down, and then I use I don't know where it's at. I use an X-Acto knife here to sort of cut the edging off. And, it's a varying levels of success with how clean it looks, but from afar, it mostly looks good. Like I said, this wasn't the very first attempt, and I'm just going to leave it as a reminder, but obviously going forward, they're looking a little bit better. Before I put it on, I'm pretty curious about what this is going to look like. This came with it when I purchased it. Some sort of, I don't know, maybe hit a curb. I don't know. Let's find out what it's going to look like. Let's put some vinyl over it. Well, it covered up those gouge spots pretty good. This one, can't really even tell. This one, you can kind of tell it was right there. I also might have the wrong rim. I don't know. Also, I think I'm getting worse at this as I go along. Like right there. Really fucked that up. And we are officially done with our new black vinyl wrapped sport mode rim replacement. Like and subscribe.